Namaste beautiful yogis. I have been meaning to do a video on how to become a yoga teacher, and I just received an email asking pretty much that question. I will read the email, and that kind of will be question and answer, or how to become a yoga teacher video. If you have ideas about subjects for talk videos, let me know in the comments below. I will read the email and then we'll talk about, it's mostly about, you will see, but it's mostly about confidence. The email is a little bit long, but you will see a lot of you will relate to it. Now, throughout the years, I can't even count how many of you have become teachers, how many emails I've gotten about students of mine that have been inspired by my classes or my style or something like that to become teachers, which makes me so happy, because we're spreading a particular type of yoga which I am proud of and I believe in. We're spreading it into the world. So let's go into the question. Hi Ali, I hope this isn't weird to you, but just wanted to thank you for all of your beautiful teachings, YouTube posts. I used to struggle with anxiety attacks growing up, and when I got to college it was very difficult, especially because I was a dancer and an athlete for 15 years. When I got to college, I didn't have any resources anymore for processing that energy in a productive manner, like those extracurricular activities once did for me. Long story short, I fell in love with yoga, particularly your yoga classes on YouTube. I would do them every day after my college classes, and they helped me nearly rid my life of anxiety attacks. They also helped me stay active, in touch with my elegant, flexible dancer self and intense, energetic athlete self. So I just wanted to say thank you. Also, I felt so inspired by you and what yoga did for me, and I ended up going to India after graduating college to study yoga and get certified to be a teacher. I did that about a year ago, but actually I haven't taught a class yet since I've been back. I was just wondering if you had any type of advice for me. It seems to me as though I have some sort of energy block in my throat chakra, and it's the best way I can, and that's the best way I can perceive it in my yogi perceptions. I've always struggled with public speaking. It's always been my biggest phobia, but I had reasoned with myself that yoga had become such a passion. Of course, I wouldn't struggle to share the beauty of it with others. Yet, still I find myself really struggling to put myself out there and simply begin teaching. Do you have any suggestions for where to go from here? I'm even doing some hypnotherapy to help with the phobia, but I just wonder if other new teachers feel this lack of confidence too, or if it's just me. I sincerely appreciate all of your guidance that you've already provided me for over 3 years now, and I want you to know how grateful I am for everything you've contributed to my own well-being. I can only hope to have as much of an impact one day, even if it's only on one person. I dream of being a healer, whether it's a doctor, a yogi, a therapist, and I just know that beginning with spreading the wisdom of yogi practices is a good place to start. I just feel stuck. Anyway, thank you for everything. I'm sure you're a busy woman, so I don't expect a reply, but if you do have any advice, please let me know. Sincerely, yogi student. Alright, that's a great question, and I will try to address the different parts of it. I'll start with, do other people have anxiety doing public speaking and standing in front of a room full of people? Absolutely. I would say most people have some form of discomfort. Maybe, correct me if I'm wrong, but it was either Tony Robbins or someone, a big public speaker, was saying that no matter how many times you do this, if you lose your kind of like little butterflies in the stomach feeling, then you've kind of lost your passion for it. Maybe it wasn't Tony Robbins, but anyways, everybody has anxiety about speaking in public. That's just unavoidable. It's what we do with that anxiety and how we approach it. So you know that I'm gonna give you unconventional answers. I can't help myself. I try to give you the conventional answers, but my mind doesn't work that way. You can get the conventional answers in many other places, so I'll just give you kind of like my perspective on it. And I would say one of the reasons why we have such strong anxiety speaking in public is because we fear embarrassment, right? We fear our ego being hurt in certain way. We fear being embarrassed, basically, when there are other people around. We care what other people think. And there is nothing wrong with caring what other people think in a healthy way. So let me elaborate. Basically, we are here in a physical body. We have an ego that is generally perceiving things in a particular way that are not necessarily reality or not necessarily serving us, but the ego wants to protect us from self-destruction, and it wants us to survive, not always in a healthy way, ultimately. Let's see how to put this in a very simple way. For me, I have mentioned this many times in my videos, the most liberating thing that I realized as a person was that I'm not that important. And I know that there is not one single person that ever feels good when I say that. Everybody resists that thought because we grow up in society where we're special. We're special princesses. As my partner likes to say, we're a society of special snowflakes. Now, there's nothing wrong with you understanding your uniqueness and your grandness and your connection to a higher power, to a source of energy, of divine love and so forth. But for you to understand that also we are all one, we are all interconnected, we are all doing this together, and our small acts day to day, what matters about them is our intention, and the rest doesn't matter as much. When you understand that, that's a liberating feeling. When you understand that you're just another particle of this whole existence, you're not absolutely unique, special, that will liberate you. I have noticed time and time again when people feel that they're special, and most people do feel that they're unique, they're special, they're different, that only feeds into your separateness. You feel separate, you feel no one understands you, you feel your problems are only unique to you, you only suffer with certain struggles no one else has ever gone. That just creates suffering. And when you understand that we're all one, you become liberated because you become not important. And there's so much value in that feeling, because it's the ultimate result of that feeling is that you're actually very important. You're just liberated of that separateness that we feel when we're attached to the ego. So going to how to gather the energy to teach, hypnotherapy probably is a good idea, because, or even regression or something like that, it's probably a good idea because you can get to the source of the problem, and what we have gone through in the past, and our problems do matter. They can be real, but at the same time they're very much inflated by our ego. And when we understand that we are here with a purpose and a mission, and all that matters is for us to share from our heart with humility and humbleness, that liberates us. So for me, the most liberating thing within teaching yoga was to just understand that I'm not gonna give you the most amazing class in the universe. I'm not the most amazing teacher in the universe. I'm not gonna outshine every other yoga teacher in the universe. I'm not gonna be better in every aspect of from all the other. I'm just giving all I got, and I humbly offer it to you. And because all I got is my purpose, all that I have in me, good, bad, genius, okay, whatever it is, to me it's the most I have. And because I'm here to just share what I have, to me it's my humble offering. And it makes it so liberating. It just literally makes it so liberating to understand that you're not trying to impress anybody. You're not there to win everybody's approval. You're not there to show how much better you're than other people, because you never will be. That's the truth. There is people that are better at yoga than I am. There are people that are better at teaching than I am. There are people that are better at postures, at spirituality, at whatever aspect of yoga, or marketing, or how they spread their yoga, or whatever. There is so many people that are better at each and every aspect of this, but I offer my uniqueness, and that's what you're gonna offer in your non-special way. You offer your uniqueness. I know it's a contrast, but that's what I'm trying. It's a concept basically that I'm trying to bring across. You get liberated by the fact that you're not special, and then you get empowered by the fact that you're special. Irony. So when you understand that your purpose, and purpose is a whole other subject and a whole other story, because I've always had the feeling of a very profound purpose. I'm here with a purpose. I'm here to serve in a certain way. Also, I always knew my purpose is being a healer, but not hands-on healer. I never dreamed of being a massage therapist, a Reiki healer, none that's gonna work one-on-one with you. I always thought I'm gonna develop something, create a healing method, or a medicine, or a herbal combination, or I would innovate something. That was my kind of like third eye vision. And I didn't know what it is, and I found yoga, and that was part of my purpose. So yoga, as you mentioned it is a part of your purpose. It is not your entire purpose. You will get disillusioned if you feel that you've discovered your complete purpose. The whole point of purpose is for you to strive towards it. Once you reach it, you'll get disillusioned for a year or more or less, whatever, and you will be like, is that what it is? It's not very satisfying. It's okay. That's good. That's when you become to break down your belief system, only to open a whole new belief system, a whole new area of growth for you. So growth happens for me and for most people, I assume, whether they notice it or not, in such spurts of you find your purpose, you go strongly, and you feel, oh my God, this is my destiny, this is my purpose, this is my service, this is how I'm awakening, and so forth. And then you reach a certain level where you top off that particular purpose, and you go, oh, it's kind of meaningless. And that's good, because you go into a little bit of almost like a hibernation depression period. Not true depression, but it's like it's not as exciting, only to open a new vista, a new territory, a bigger purpose. So each purpose will lead you to a bigger purpose, and then you get disillusioned from the bigger purpose. So also remember, another thing is, remember how small you are in the universe, and remember how also small this experience is in the grand timeline of your existence. Now, when I was very little, I realized that when I die and when I was born, that was not the beginning and the end of me. This is not going to be the end, because my consciousness, my awareness of my consciousness is so profound that it is not bound just to my body. So I realized that my spirit is far bigger than this experience or the limitations of the ego that give us awareness of who we are. So just remember this whenever you feel that you can't teach, there is a blockage, or embarrass yourself and so forth, just remember that this is such a small fraction of your entire existence, and your journey through existence, life, or however you want to call it. Just remember that, because when you remember that, it is a liberating feeling. You matter less. In a way, your ego matters less. You're not so embarrassed about you're not so concerned about embarrassing your ego. So basically what I'm trying to say is, try to humble your ego. Your spirit is grand, and your ego is sometimes pathetic. We are sometimes pathetic when we're just too caught up in our ego, or oftentimes we are, and it's just a balancing act of rising above the ego mind, the small mind, understanding our grandness, our purpose, and our interconnectedness. Go wherever you're gonna go with the desire to give, and with the desire to offer, and with humility. That helps me. Also, on a practical, this was not practical. On the practical, it's funny because a few people have told me or sent me articles of other of bloggers or so that have mentioned that I'm far off the deep end and very woo-woo, and I'm thinking, okay, yeah, I am kind of woo-woo, but I have such a strong, also rational, strong mind, that I just feel that anybody that doesn't understand that what we see, our life is, everything that we see here is the tip of the iceberg. Your existence is so grand that if you feel that this is woo, you're gonna be so surprised. You're gonna be so surprised, because there's so much to existence beyond what we see. Anyways, that's natural understanding for me, and sometimes for some people you have to just kind of meditate on it to understand it. And it started to rain, which is good. It's New Year's Day, and I'm recording a question and answer, kind of chit-chatting too. And it started to rain. It's a good sign. In California, it doesn't rain often, probably 10 days out of the year or so. So on the practical level, you're gonna have to kind of embarrass yourself a few times and just get over it. You're gonna go teach. You're gonna go teach in front of a room of people, and just some of them may not like you, some of them may sense your insecurity, and that's okay. You push through it so that you can get to where you're going. Always remember your bigger purpose, and that you will learn through teaching. I don't think it's just the more you teach, the better you get at it. It is a little bit difficult in the beginning. It is a little bit. I am also a shy person. I can be with groups of people. I'm not shy one-on-one though, but with groups of people, it can be a little bit intimidating, because you don't have you don't have contact with each and every person. I'm easy to connect with one person one-on-one, but groups have a different energy. So you can meditate on your face chakra, you can do some regression or hypnotherapy, or just healing, or just kind of accepting your voice, doing some mantras or some invocations or singing or something to kind of open this area. Maybe wear a turquoise necklace here to just kind of heal the area. And just I have been finding lately, I'm pregnant, and pregnancy has been such a guide for me. It's almost like a new level of spirituality for me. It has been guiding me in such ways and opening such areas of my consciousness and healing and awareness that it's been amazing. So from pregnancy, I've learned to speak to myself in the morning and at night before you fall asleep. And after you wake up, learn to kind of sense what is your deepest yearning or deepest heart situation at the moment. I don't want to call it a problem. And talk to yourself, and don't expect things to just kind of happen, healing to happen overnight. Just talk to yourself, accept yourself, tell yourself the things that you most need in those hours, early morning, late night, because your ego is a little tired, so you probably have better communication with your soul. And those things that you will tell yourself, they have to be intuitive. You have to intuitively find what to tell yourself. You're your best healer, and you healing this will help you become a better healer to others in the future. So that's your blessing. Overcoming fifth chakra issues is your blessing, because you're healing yourself, and you can never heal others, I believe, although it's a strong statement and those things are never 100% truth. But you can never heal others unless you have gone through some deep, profound healing yourself. That just makes you a better healer. So life will put you through situations in which you have to heal yourself in order to be more compassionate and a better healer to others. And tell yourself affirmations or words where you talk to yourself or address yourself or forgive yourself, or find your own voice. You can tell yourself, I'm gonna keep everything when I do questions and answer, I keep it anonymous. But let's say your name is Anna. You will address yourself, because your higher self address is the ego, which is Anna, and you will go, Anna, your voice matters. What you have to share matters. And those things have a compound effect over time and time again. And every time you feel maybe there was something in your childhood that made you feel that self-expression was not important to others, maybe people didn't listen to you, maybe your voice didn't matter on some level, you're going to heal that area of yourself and understand that we all are so insignificant and we all equally matter. You matter just as much as an ant, and you matter just as much as a genius wise man, as Gandhi or something. You just matter. We all, that is the dichotomy of things, that we are all the smallest and the grandest. And just on a personal level, find ways to soothe your soul and to bypass the ego, because the ego is the hurt part. Your soul is always healed, I believe. Your soul is always more connected to source, or more connected to love. But your ego is the hurt part of you. So talk to yourself, even say your name when you talk to yourself, and explain to yourself that what you are here to share matters, and that you're here to just take another step on your journey to awakening yourself, and in the process of awakening yourself, awakening others. That's what we're here to do. However we choose to do it, it's obviously our intuitive path, but obviously you feel your path, you understand, you have a quiet voice understanding your path, and from there on it's just a matter of execution and action. And also understanding that all of us have so many blockages within action, within execution of something we've decided to do. None of us is perfect, so it's okay if you have a lot of flaws that you find within yourself, as a teacher, as a person that is blocked in action or in expression. Just accept it and tell yourself, okay, it's fine. You're never gonna be perfect, and it's okay not to be perfect. And so that's my piece of advice. It's not a practical advice. It's mostly just kind of sitting and talking about it, when friends sit and talk and just kind of discuss something or just meditate on a subject. That's what it is. I'm sure you can find books and meditations and things that help with opening that area. I know singing exercises do help, and also mantra singing, or just singing Om, and all of those things can open that area. Also, obviously, yoga poses such as plow and shoulder stand and bridge and lion and so forth, they can also help with this area. Self-forgiveness is always important. Healing the soul, reinforcing your path, all those things matter. And also remembering that it's not a big deal. When you're in front of people, remember that all of them are in the same boat with you. We all struggle with the same dilemmas in life, and you're there to just give from yourself. That's what's helped me the most. I'm just here to give what I got. That's all I got. If it's not good enough for you, I'm sorry. You can find something better, but it's all I got. So I'm gonna give it. And once you understand that all you got is all you have to give, it puts you on purpose, because we all are genius in an area, in something. We are all genius in something, and you have no right to hold that something in yourself and just keep it to yourself. Consider it either God's gift, your talents, there's something that's given to you, and it's your responsibility to share it. So that for me has been the most liberating. Just learning humility. It's not something that I necessarily just kind of like understood. It was something that it was a product of contemplation and just understanding life, and also kind of being beaten down by life a little bit here and there. So I hope this helps. If you have follow-up questions, please let me know, and I will do a follow-up video, because depending on my state of mind at the day, I may come up with completely different answer on a different day. I hope this was just kind of a therapeutic talk for you, and please keep me posted on how things progress for you and what kind of solutions you find for healing self-expression, because once you heal it, of course, you can help others to heal it. And cheers, celery lime juice. It's separated a little bit because it's been waiting for me. And if you guys have questions for me for such sit down videos, let me know, and I'll address them. Namaste.